off right now. We're going to talk about a few things. I think the main topic, one of the topics we're going to talk about is weight loss. So if you guys have any questions, put them up here, and we'll try to respond to them. We're all over. We're on IG. You're on my Facebook. We're on Titan IG. We're on YouTube Live. We're on X. Where else? TikTok? Facebook. So you go on Titan Medical, everything, all the social media, and then you got me here on Facebook. I'm not going to go on IG. I'm just going to keep it here because you guys can go somewhere else if you guys want to. For sure. But we're going to have some fun. And since we're alive,
let's start this bad boy up for the podcast.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm John, and thank you for coming to the Titan's Edge with Evolving with John and Jimmy. I got my good friend here, came down from Orlando again, Jimmy Mentis, IFBB Pro, magazine model, extraordinaire, beauty fit, the whole nine. So
clean shave
today, clean shave. So it's good to see you. And as always, third episode?
Is it third?
Fourth.
Whoa, we're starting to lose count already.
Wow,
we're starting to lose count already.
They're going by quick.
I think we've had some great feedback.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
I know I have from the viewers and my followers. Yeah. I'm sure you have, and overall. We're getting better at this.
Absolutely.
As we move forward and stuff like that. Absolutely. Thanksgiving's gone.
Yes. Thank God.
Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy though.
Now it's Christmas coming.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, and the New Year's.
Yeah.
You're one of those guys. New Year's resolution.
So I'm one of those guys that always say, listen, you can always start progression the next day, right, or today. But I like to set goals for 2026. Not that I don't set goals already, but I have goals in mind for I said in 2025. Accomplishing those goals, some are going to spill into 2026, but then I set new goals for 2026 of where I want to go, accomplish, and achieve. Right. I think that anybody that has goals or needs to set goals if they don't have goals.
You have to have goals.
You have to, and you got to write it down.
Even if you don't live in goals, you have wishes or wants. Right?
Yeah.
You can still categorize them saying,
yeah, you could.
I wish I could do this in 2026. I want to do this in 2026. My goal is to do this in 2026.
Yeah, but you can't have the mindset like that.
But here's the thing. You said it. Categorizing it as a goal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to do this as, let me just put it out there.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like to say, I think that, if you're going to set a goal, and it's an achievable goal, realistic goal, I'm going to do this.
Right. Even if it's not a realistic goal.
It's got to be.
I've always been the crazy guy.
It's got to be.
Okay. I've always been the crazy guy who thought big.
Yeah.
And I said, there's no way I could possibly do this, but I think I can.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way, I got there.
Yeah.
And I think if someone thinks big, you'll always be happy to where you're getting to.
For sure.
You'll
never be happy to keep pushing.
Oh yeah,
that's the other side of it, right? Because that's the way it goes.
You have to be a very special type of person.
Yeah.
I think you are.
I think you are too. Those are very small population percentage of people.
Sometimes I say I'm fortunate to be like that, and sometimes I say I'm unfortunate.
It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah,
it is a gift and a curse. Both points. It really is. But it's your mindset, and for somebody like me or you, I would just give a pretty example. Like, all right, you've already accomplished all these things, right? So for you to be like, all right, well, I want to kind of equal these. That's fine. But for the person that's never accomplished anything or like truly like substantial or what they wanted to, they gotta be like fierce. And it's gotta be just go, go, go. It's gotta be drive. That's the only way you're gonna get to it.
But every project that I take on, I don't see myself as successful in the past.
No,
right? It's like a brand new project. And you start from scratch.
Right.
It's not like, I've done this before. I can, obviously the confidence.
You can leverage.
Yeah, of course.
You can leverage the connections, the network, vendors, all these things that you got to.
Because you'll never be there alone. We got here
Yeah.
because of other people somehow, some way helping us, our teams.
Yeah.
You know, even though we like to say we did it ourselves, even though we kind of believe we did it ourselves,
Yeah.
right? I know I didn't,
Yeah.
right?
I was in the first 2 years, it was me and Shrews.
Yeah.
I had the doctor, but that was it. It was me and Shrews. But Shrews has definitely been my counterpart, my full partner as far as I go.
And you built that circle,
Yeah,
and that circle, you know, it's like a,
And then the team.
Right.
Of course, we can't grow without a team around you that does great work too, right? And you need to push them as well and not let them be complacent because people get easily complacent. They're like, all right, well, I'm just, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm happy, everyone's happy, I'm good to go. Instead of pushing and driving forward.
well, let's go back to the word confidence, right?
Yeah.
Confidence is not a little sticky you put on a mirror and you say, I'm confident, I'm going to be confident here.
Yeah.
You have to practice that.
Yeah.
And as you do things, you get more confident. You're more confident today than you were last week. You're more confident today than you were 2 years ago, 14 years ago, right?
Sure.
So what does that mean? That we have to do things to build our confidence. We can't just say it. If we sit here and like, I need to build confidence, it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get out there to do that,
Great.
you know? So because it's the end of the year and 2026 is coming, I want to talk about weight loss, right? Because
It's a big subject.
I think it's
It's a huge
I
subject.
think it's the main subject.
It's the number one New Year's resolution.
Right. But I think all year is weight loss.
For sure.
I mean, the most supplements I sell under Beauty Fit is weight loss, energy and weight loss. And I'm sure you,
Yeah.
the GLPs,
Yeah.
right? It's probably
Yeah.
number one.
GLPs, yeah, BCAAs. I mean, there's all kinds of
Anything that has to do with energy,
sure.
and
Weight loss.
Weight loss.
Absolutely.
Okay, so losing weight, a lot of people turn around and say, many people turn around, like 80% would be probably say, I can never lose the weight, right? So their confidence is low.
Yeah.
What happens when they start moving, exercising a little, and they lost 2, 3 pounds, and their confidence now is getting better, right? They're feeling better. They're starting to see things. So I want you to talk about. It's a little controversial, right? Because I don't know if I want to walk on eggshells because
It's okay. We're not used to walking on eggshells.
but I want to be respectful. Okay,
Of course.
but the fact's a fact.
Yes.
So everyone wants to lose weight now, especially now for the new year and start a new year program of weight loss. Okay, these GLP-1s, how effective? Not word effective. We know they're effective, right?
Super effective.
Right. How much of a role are they going to play December, January, February, March in the weight loss? Because going back with confidence, there were many people that we know, famous people that we know, that were overweight. And their whole spiel was, I'm fat, but I'm happy.
I
Right?
love my body.
Yeah. I'm confident. I'm one of the rappers, and then
Yeah.
what's that? What's the
Amy
one?
Schumer.
Oh my God!
What is it?
Right?
Otto, I
Right,
think.
right. Especially Amy Schumer.
The list goes on.
Right. So she comes out and she goes, "I'm happy being fat. I love my life. I'm confident in this and this and this." Next thing you know, you see all these people, men and women, the famous ones that said, "Oh, I'm happy," losing weight.
Yeah.
Right? If you're happy
Yeah.
in how you look, okay, then why are you losing the weight?
Right.
Okay. My question to you is, were they real? Like where did they, at what point did they turn around and say, I'm not happy? I don't think they ever were happy.
No, I don't think so either.
They were just settling
Putting their front off.
in the way they felt.
Yeah. I agree.
So tell me about the GLP-1s and how it actually affected in a positive way these people that we're talking about,
Yeah.
like Amy Schumer, like this must have been such a good product, weight loss product,
Yeah.
that she just said, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, listen, when we talk about GLPs, I mean, originally these things were made for type 2 diabetics, right? So controlling sugar levels in the body, like optimizing your pancreas, insulin, and all these things. From the effects of this, patients started losing weight. So then it got into the off-label use of these things.
Right.
And then obviously the FDA approval of these things. So, but they're game changers. And, even Amy Schumer, who said, after she lost all this weight, well, I really didn't want to lose all the weight, but I had to because of my health. So, yeah, that's the number one priority is your health. Right? And I'm sure she doesn't hate the way she looks now compared to what she used to.
No one's complaining.
No one's complaining.
No one's complaining losing weight.
No, definitely not.
I haven't heard anybody complain losing weight. Now, obviously, there's some people on the other side that become anorexic. That's a whole different story.
Right.
I'm just talking about people who had to lose some body fat.
You look at the con side of it. The people that are abusing it that don't need it. Ariana Grande, and then her co-star that's in Wicked, the black chick, and her they look like unhealthy, right?
They look initiated.
When you start looking like that, then we got to say, hey, listen, you're abusing this drug, because she looked great, and then all of a sudden, I mean, she's super, super thin. I like thin girls, but at that point, it's got to look healthy. So, but these GLP-1s are great because there's a lot of people that were in these places that said, oh, well, I'm happy with my body, because the cold hard facts was they couldn't lose the weight. They'd stay obese or overweight. They just. I mean, there's no two ways around it. They tried some diets, they tried some exercises, some supplements, and it just didn't work for them. And they just didn't get the effect, or couldn't be consistent with it, because that's a true effect, right? If they were active and they ate a better diet, I'm sure they'd lose weight naturally. But at that point, a lot of people can't, or a lot of people have never been taught that and been raised from a tiny kid all the way up into adulthood, let's say, of bad eating habits or unhealthy habits. When they take them on from the leadership, and that's the parents or whoever's raising them. Think about it. You've got two overweight parents, that are 260 pounds apiece, and at that point they're feeding Cheetos and I don't know,
Not good food.
processed, ultra
not good
high
food.
processed food, right? And then you got kids that are overweight and obese, and we're not talking about baby weight. We're talking about, listen, a 10 or 12-year-old kid weighing almost 200 pounds. And not like a big kid. I'm talking about a small kid. So,
Borderline diabetic or diabetic.
Right? And they're starting to prescribe these pediatricians to kids. Now, do I think kids should be using these? Probably not. I think changing their diet and exercise at an early age, they can combat these things. And their body is used to processing things a lot more and be a lot more effective at doing it than an adult, per se, right? An adult, they've had all these years, let's say it's 30 years of unhealthy habits, never exercising, no diet, no nutrition, has no idea where to even start. That's what GLP-1s really come to play. Though they're super effective for those people. And then there's people that, listen, they can't lose the weight, right? And they've been trying, or they just cannot control the appetite.
I got a few questions the other day in the gym, and they were talking about the Retta. Okay. All right. Let's take me through that process. I don't think a lot of people understand what the Retta or the GLPs.
Yeah.
How do they work? Okay. Am I not hungry?
Yeah.
Do I not crave sugar?
Yeah.
Do I digest what? Let's just say I want to take GLP-1, and you're explaining it to me and everybody who's watching.
Yeah.
What is it? How does it work? Take me through that process.
Okay. So when you talk about these GLP-1s, there's GLP-1s, GLP-2, GLP-3, Sema, Tirza, and then Retta, right? And it's in that order. And that's just 3 different ways that it's working, hitting the body to utilize. Retta is the top dog of them all. And why it's the top dog of them all? Because it helps you retain your muscle mass while you're losing weight. Now, what do these GLPs do, right? The GLPs, what they do is they slow down digestion in the body, curbing the appetite in that way, right? Hitting the brain. 2, optimizing, it's optimizing the pancreas, making sure that's working. It's one of the most metabolic things we're talking about this. So at that point, that's really how it works. From the curb appetite, you're going to be able to eat still. Some of these other ones, like Tirza and stuff like that, people's appetite gets killed. What kills the appetite? So it hits a portion of
Is it the brain?
brain, so it's slow down digestion, keeping them
So it's not the pancreas.
No.
So if I took a GLP-1, right, and I ate, and an hour later I checked my glucose levels, and then I took a GLP-1 and I didn't eat, and I took my glucose levels, would they be the same?
Your glucose levels will be more controlled if you're in a GLP.
Even after a meal.
Yes.
So it kind of acts like an insulin.
It's a pancreas enhancer.
Right.
Let's put it that way. And that pancreas releases insulin into the body, starts getting a signal.
So is it a partner of the pancreas?
Part of the pancreas? No, it just enhances the pancreas.
Because insulin partners up with the pancreas because the pancreas can't feed out enough insulin to lower blood sugar. So that's where people take insulin to support the extra.
It will optimize that.
Got it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it does. I mean, it's going to control blood sugars. But I mean, even for somebody who's not a diabetic, it will control their blood sugar, but it's not going to take them too low.
Right.
So if
That's what I was going to say.
you're going to do insulin,
Right. Yeah,
you're going to drop.
You might drop.
Right? This is going to control hemoglobin A1C and optimize the pancreas to know when to release insulin and how much. But it's not going to lower it to the effect where you're going to get a negative side effect.
So in other words, I won't have any low blood sugar. When you take GLP-1, you have no low blood sugar.
Usually you would. I'm not going to say in the whole list.
It depends on the person eats or doesn't eat.
Yeah, right. If they're hypoglycemic, or hyper, or at that point, like it's just it plays a role in where they're at. So I mean, the best thing to do would be one. I mean, you can get a hemoglobin A1C to check it to make sure, listen, everything's okay there. But we have a lot of patients, they don't need to check that. They just start it and they utilize it. Now, once you get through this, or once you start it, the whole point is to like use it as a tool, like especially in Retta. In Retta, you can still eat a little bit. It doesn't just kill the appetite all the way. But you'll think that you're going to eat all this, but you're going to be hungry.
So it's signal.
Yeah, it cuts it. You think you're like, all right, I'm going to eat all this, and like you eat this, you're like, all right. So
You're not hungry because of the slow digestion.
Slow digestion, and then it's hitting the brain too.
It's crazy.
Similar, yeah, it's nuts.
I just know a lot of people on it.
Cardiovascular health.
I keep telling them,
keep
like,
truths.
yeah, I keep telling them, make sure you're eating healthy,
Yeah,
it'll work even better.
the best thing I could tell somebody if they were going to be on these GLPs for diet portion would be prioritize protein and fiber. Carbohydrates, you can get some carbohydrates in, here and there, but like protein is going to help retain that muscle. And at that point, that's what you want to do.
Protein,
and then you want to make sure that you're running. That's why I say fiber. A lot of people don't even take enough fiber every day, and their bowels aren't even regular at home today.
Fiber's always. I believe to maintain the muscle, that you also need to have some carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates
Around the workouts, if they train, right? There's some people train because you're going to start converting the protein into carbohydrates, and then when you're supposed to have, let's say, a 150-pound person, you're supposed to eat 150 grams of protein. Now you're converting 40 of that to carbohydrates, so your protein's low already, so you're losing muscle.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to not eat carbohydrates for sure. You definitely want to have. I mean, I'm very minimal. That when I say prioritize protein, I'm saying like, don't just go eat a pasta meal. If that makes any sense, right? So just don't eat a salad.
I eat the pasta meal.
Right? Well, so do I. But I'll have some protein.
I'm chasing right after two chicken breasts. Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's okay. Like just want to make sure it process. A lot of people don't have that knowledge, Jimmy. They just don't. Like I talk to people every day on the phone.
Well, that's why we're here.
And it's just it sounds like so common sense to us. Or like this is like what are we talking about here?
I used to get very frustrated. Tammy would tell you, we would go to gatherings or dinners or events and stuff like that, and the whole time
Yeah. The questions.
it was all about me and the questions. And I'm sure you get that, right? And I stopped going. And if we did go, I would sit all the way in the corner. Nobody would know I was there.
Yeah.
You know, like I've been to a couple of weddings.
Yeah.
I'm handing out dimes.
Yeah.
And I'm doing consultations. You know, while we're eating the wedding cake. You know, so like I think people are starving for information, but I also believe that they're also embarrassed to ask the questions. Because once I I, I give them the what you call it, the permission, if you want to call it, to talk about it. Oh my God, there's yeah. I mean, it's like, where did you have all these questions? Oh, I was wanting these answers. I said, why don't you just? I said, Google it. Now we got ChatGPT.
Right.
They're like, yeah, but I don't, you know.
Yeah. We got a lot of old schools that you don't want to do that.
Right, especially if it's my age.
I understand.
But I love this whole GLP thing. So you got the one, which one's the GLP one?
Sema.
And then the GLP two?
Tuesday.
And the red is a three. Now, is it according to what you want, the results? Or, so how do you do,
Best results can be remedial.
so how come then, and everybody gets the red? Is it a price point?
Some people don't want the red. Some people want Tuesday.
But why? Like, why would I
They
pick?
might have already been on it. They've had great results, and people are very comfortable with sticking with what they've already done. That's how it goes with a lot of
Okay.
different things, right?
That's like me with MK.
That's
right.
You know, people have a good experience with something. They're more in tune with, like, all right, I need to stick this way. I don't want to change anything,
I totally agree.
right? But if they like, you know, they let's say they're on one of those and then they hit a wall, okay? Because
Absolutely. The body gets used to it.
different people, different titrations. Some people have to keep going up. Some people could stay at that dose for a couple of weeks and it's still working. But some people, when they hit that wall, then they have to go up. You start going up and up and up, it starts getting expensive. So that's more like, hey, listen, instead of going up in this and paying this price, let's move the red up. It's going to be less money. It's going to be more effective and get you got it going. And then we'll just do that.
Now, do people come off it after they lose some weight? Or can they
That's a
continue?
great question. And this is a big thing out there now. So the big thing is microdosing.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
Absolutely.
You can?
Yes.
No shit.
You can microdose it forever.
Really?
Yes. You can stay on it forever, but you can microdose it forever.
Wow. I never would have thought that.
That is the big thing, and that is the big thing out there. Like, providers, like it's like national news I was reading about today.
See,
Microdosing.
I actually thought the opposite.
So now you can microdose it, and it's going to be super effective for the body, like super effective. Like, you know, we just talk about the weight loss. Let's put that all aside. Just put it aside. Talk about anti-aging, because anti-aging is one thing, because cellular deterioration happens. There's high levels of sugar in the bloodstream. So, of course, if you cut that down, you just extended your lifespan. The other thing would be like kidney protection. So that's going to probably get the FDA approval very shortly. Sleep apnea just got the FDA.
I heard that.
Okay. And then, you know, kidneys will be next. So, you know, for having so many different health benefits, I can't see a negative downside. Now there's people that say, well, this drug has not been studied for 60 years yet. You know, like metformin's been around 60, 70 years. So at that point, like that's a very studied drug. Like this one's been out for a short time span where they don't have long-term studies. But I think, you know, if people are losing weight, they're going to be more healthier. It just is what it is. We know this. I'm not even going to think this. We know this. And that is why people that lose weight obviously improve and they feel better because their body is working better and it's in a better state.
It's not inflamed.
Right. It's just in a better
Do
state.
you find the 1, 2, or 3 work better with males or females, or is it?
No,
You know?
it works same way for
Same way.
each person. Yeah. I mean, just it really depends on the person. And, you know, like you can take she's took the minimal
Dude, she
doses
looks great.
and she lost 20 pounds.
She looks absolutely amazing.
You know,
But the thing is, her whole energy,
yeah.
right? Her whole energy.
And that's the thing. I mean, you're burning fat. You're burning that energy too. So you probably will get more energy out of it.
Yeah, her whole thing. Obviously, she wasn't feeling well before, right? But you could just see it in her face and her whole her mannerisms, and she's just like, happy.
Yeah, she's almost
She's feeling so much better.
Absolutely.
You know, she's working more.
Oh, I mean, she works a lot. She's busting her. She always busts that. So I won't say that. But like, you know, as far as her, I'm sure, you know, her gaining that much weight, which she was not.
No one's happy gaining weight.
You know,
No one's happy.
and you know, it's just it is what it is. But I mean, her losing the weight now has been great. You know, she's back to pre-Peter days, and you know, she's happy about that. So I'm happy that she's doing that. The only thing I asked her to do is incorporate workouts now. You know, because like,
Well, you got her in the gym.
yeah, I know. On all that weight loss, I think she went to the gym once or twice. You know what I'm saying? Like once or twice. I'm not joking around, dude. They get serious. So, you know, when I met her, she was out working out.
Yeah.
Out working out. Smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Eating down so big.
And you fell in love.
No, I told her, I said, this is gonna quit.
Right?
She did. Like, you know, so like I'm like, you know, I'm like, you can be with me, like you
Yeah.
some changes.
Yeah.
Right? So like, because I definitely was not at that point, I was really, really regimented, like
Mhm.
really regimented. So at that point, it was like, before anything I do anything else, it'll be all right, work, and then let's go in the gym, and then whatever else I can do afterwards, I'm fine.
Well, that's why the partnership
Yeah.
is so good now.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So it's definitely good.
So we got the weight loss with the GLP-1s. I want to ask you about that because it's just booming. I mean, this all you hear is about GLP-1s.
Yeah.
And weight loss. And
Yeah.
the new year's coming up. Okay. So let's also talk about training.
Sure.
Okay. The tools that can help us since we all want to get in shape. Some people want to lose more weight with the GLP-1s. Some people don't want to take the GLP-1s. Right. So let's talk about training and the tools to have a good workout, right? We have the supplements, we have the glutamine, we have the citrate, we have the arginine, we have the beta-alanine, right? Then, am I saying things?
Oh, and Hercules?
No, I'm going to leave that for later. That's the dietary supplements.
Oh no.
Okay, so we have that. Then you have on the what I'm taking is the Hercules potion.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Do you know? I think I said this before. I'm saying it again. I own one of the best pre-workouts.
Yeah.
Called the PV7.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's been around for 15 years. I don't take it as much anymore because I take the Hercules potion. I'm not ashamed to say that.
It's a game changer.
You know, I'm not ashamed to say that. So I got the Hercules potion, then we got the ECA stack. What else? Hey, girl.
What's up? I heard you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I was just
Good. I'm back. Oh, hold on, let me just get in here.
Come on, brag.
Because I look so good.
We're bragging about you.
that Sharice in the house. Look at this.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I guess if someone was a bug on the wall,
Something heard.
Hey. So what were we talking about? Not true time?
we're talking about GLP-1s and the New Year's coming up,
Mhm.
and everyone's goal all year round, but even more
Right.
now is weight loss.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
So you know, we're talking about the GLP-1s and how it really works. I mean, the process through it, you know.
Right. You know, one thing I've left off too, but it's been super helpful is that the retatrutide has helped with inflammation throughout my body too. So like, you know, I've got that inflammation, like post-COVID syndrome in the back of my neck and my lower back and stuff like that. And being like a super microdose of the Retta has definitely helped with the
So
inflammation.
you're a mental person.
Yeah, I am now because I'm at a happy weight. So you know, I did it for like what 2-3 months or whatever it was, post hysterectomy, and then lost that 21 pounds that I'm so proud of. And yeah, now I'm at a happy weight, but I want to stay lean and want to make sure I don't get it back. And I like retatrutide a lot, just generally speaking. So
So
yeah,
so you
like yeah.
in the gym.
I mean, I did the other day. I mean,
It's
that
not
is like.
That was freezing.
That
Temperature was
yeah,
40.
I mean, there was cows flying outside in the air. We went to the gym on a Sunday. You know this,
Oh
right?
my
Like, on
God.
a Sunday, on my Sunday, instead of me drinking a margarita by the pool,
Oh,
this is what I was doing. We got a full house here. Well, I just want to say hi to everybody. I'm gonna take this little animal.
good seeing you.
Good to see you.
Oh, just look at my little girl. Should take my little girl.
My little girl.
No, you don't have one.
No, I definitely.
Your phone.
No, that's fine.
All right, so sorry.
Questions.
All right, so we got some questions here.
So we had a tornado come in and out.
Yeah. Sure. All right, so what kinds of vitamins and amino acid injectables are offered? Are these safe for everyone, and how often are injections administered?
We were just talking.
Yeah, we were just talking about. So there's tons of different. The main blends I would say are Hercules Potion, Titan Complete. And Hercules Potion, we're talking about glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine, citrulline, proline, taurine, NAC, and L-carnitine. So we're talking about recovery with glutamine. The ornithine is going to be like an anti-fatigue amino acid, letting you do more strenuous activity. Talking about L-citrulline and arginine, both vasodilators, blood flow.
So back in the 90s, the GH releasers
Yeah.
were arginine and ornithine.
Yeah.
I remember Twin Lab had them in glass bottles, the capsules, and I used to have them next to my bed. Right? I still believe arginine and ornithine are number one ingredients.
Absolutely.
You know, and I don't think anybody works on ornithine anymore. They're like, it's all arginine. No,
It's not.
these two together.
It honestly, if you the two that if you want the maximum blood flow, the two that you put together are arginine and citrulline.
Yes.
If you put those two together, you're going to get vasodilation like crazy.
Yeah.
Ornithine, dude, that would so when people take Hercules Potion, like, man, I felt like I can keep going.
That's the ornithine.
That's ornithine,
Yeah.
right? And obviously, nobody's going to feel glutamine. Like recovery, you don't feel recovery.
That's a faith-based ingredient.
Right.
You have to have faith in it. You just got to keep taking it.
Well, we got to understand this, that we know what amino acids do in the body. We know glutamine is a part of it. And so we want to essentially make sure you have enough glutamine. And then, NAC, you're talking about liver functions, you're talking about proline for collagen, L-carnitine, nervous system blood flow, more anabolic effect.
So amino acids, because you brought up, we know what amino acids
Sure.
do. Amino acids actually make up a protein molecule.
Yeah, building blocks of protein.
So it's not protein that builds the muscle. It's the family of amino acids.
There's different sequences.
Right.
Sure.
Right. And then you have the aminos that we talked about. Then you have the BCAAs, the leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And those are 3 branched chain amino acids that your body doesn't produce.
That's right.
That heal or repair the muscle tissue. So they're in the 10 or 11. Is it 10 or 11? Because I hear different, right?
Yes, there's essential and non-essential amino acids.
Right.
So,
And there's 11.
there's 11 there, and I believe there's 22 in full.
Technically, there's 196.
191.
Oh yeah, 191 when you did
Well,
this.
191 is usually when you're talking about growth hormone, because growth hormone is a 191 amino acid sequence. It's just an amino acid sequence, but it's an original one. So it's using some of those other ones like over and over. But there's only 22 amino acids. Correct.
22.
22. 20 standard, yeah. There's 22.
There's 22. But these 22.
So the reason we know this is if you want to know what your amino acids look like, you can actually blood test.
We actually have a test for that.
To tell you medicine. Nice. We can tell you what is going on. And, essential amino acids, are something that the body cannot make, right? They're essential though for daily functions, for the way the body functions. And your body doesn't produce these. You have to get these from outside sources. Now, where do you get this from outside sources? Well, you've got some people, Jimmy, that will come up to you like, well, you know what, maybe decades ago,
Not with today's
but
food.
not the food source, not the way it's today. So how else do you think?
You're in a village in Greece?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. You're one of those places for sure. So you got to supplement. You got to eat your food, right? Or you're going to take some other sort of, I guess some covers oral, injectable, transdermal, sublingual, anything else, right? So you're going to have supplement and eat food. Now, one way or the other might be more effective, right? If you've got a really good diet and taking a lot of these good things, then you might be okay. But a lot of people have to supplement these things, and a lot of people want an abundance of these different amino
You
acids.
have to supplement.
You have to. You have to. I mean, it just is what it is nowadays.
The quality food that we have now, we're not getting what we're supposed to. Garbage. Okay, it's garbage. How can something be? Like we were just talking about the other day with Tammy that Doritos just came out with organic Doritos.
Yeah.
So Doritos has to come out with organic Doritos. In the original
Oh
Doritos,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
So that when you go to Whole Foods and they're like, okay, this is organic or this, like how bad is the food when they have to raise it a different way from what we used to eat?
Yeah, I know.
Because back then we didn't have that.
We never had genetically
Nothing.
modified ingredients. Everything, pretty much everything. Like, so if you look on some label, like any of the, so if you like good breads, on any of their good breads, yeah, any of their cookies, yeah.
So that's
It's
why.
crazy.
So that's why you have to supplement. You have to supplement. You know, that's what the supplement industry has gone. You know, that's what the supplement industry has gone.
Yeah.
Huge. It's gone.
Yeah.
Huge. It's gotten huge. Well, it's gotten huge. The bigger it gets, the more scammers come in.
It's true.
And the bigger you guys are getting, the more scammers are coming. The more scammers are coming.
For sure.
So that's why you see in the supplement industry, they're saying now you have to have transparent labels. Okay. That box. I'll tell you why. Because if you go back and you look at all the people who talk about brands that need transparent labels, somehow, some way in the organization or someone involved in the organization got in trouble somehow, some way. Okay. So
One guy's in for a pretty good
right.
business.
So transparent labels in the supplement industry means absolutely nothing. Because someone can still have transparent labels and have a capsule of vitamin C.
Yeah.
Okay? So what you have to do is you have to see the value and the history and the credibility of the brand.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's it. You have to buy into and trust the brand. I still, 16 years later, have proprietary blends. You know why? They're my formulas. Do you go to a restaurant and you do marinara sauce of your Greek, so you won't eat marinara. It's homemade, homemade. But you go to a restaurant and food's great, and you're like, can you give me that recipe? Get out of here. Right? So the supplement business has gone into this phase that everything's transparent. So one brand is copying the other brand, So you have 5 different pre-workouts with all the same formulas, but different brands.
Different labels.
So what are they doing now? They're buying into the brand because they want to be part of that brand. So there's no formulation that sticks out. And that's what's happening in your industry now.
Yeah, for sure.
But you've been around 14 years,
Yeah, it's going on 14.
right? 14 years. So that's where I'm still in the game. 16 years. That's why you're still in the game, because people buy into our credibility.
Absolutely.
But going back to the supplements, obviously that's a sore thing.
No, I mean,
Because I hear it all the time. Oh, we got transparent labels. You know what you have in there. Let me tell you, if I walked in GNC right now and I took 10 products off the shelf, and I paid out of my own pocket $1,500 to get it tested, I guarantee you nine of those products would spec out, even if they're transparent.
That's scary.
I guarantee you.
That's scary.
That they come back with.
They won't spec out. The ingredients on the thing wouldn't be exactly what's in there. Okay, so you still have to look at who is behind the company, how long the company's been around. Okay, but you need to take your supplementation. You know, I always tell everybody a multi-mineral, multivitamin, omega-3s, okay, are the two supplements everybody should be taking. Okay, sure. Right? So then you got your amino acids. You can take them into injectable. I like the injectable, right? Because they don't bypass the liver.
One,
They bypass the liver. They don't.
fastest transportation rate, highest absorbency, no breaking down the gastrotract, no breaking down the liver, just pure absorption. You know, that's the thing you miss out on taking oral products and some lingual products in that case.
There's definitely a liver filtration there that, you know, if you're doing, you know, 1,000 milligrams of,
Yeah.
you know, arginine, you're not taking it. We know that, but at least you're still taking it.
Right.
You know, like I said, I started taking the Hercules potion, and I kind of bowed away, you know, my PB7 but now I take another supplement, a drink. I do a glucose drink, and I put the arginine and the creatine and the glutamine all in there. You know, yeah, right there. So, and that's where, you know, people should at least find something that they're comfortable with.
Absolutely.
You know, injectable to me is much better.
Absolutely.
But if you don't want the injectables, there are also supplements. But take supplements.
Yeah. Plus, we got a question.
Next question.
For relationships,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Can you just leave it on the one screen?
Sure.
Right there. And I guess, do you want to go all the way scroll?
Sure.
All right. So the next one. For relationships, bedroom enhancing therapies, what do they involve exactly and for which genders and conditions? So for relation, just leave it on the screen. Thank you. Can you go up to it, to the question one more time?
Sure.
Thank you. Right there, right there. All right. So for relationship bedroom enhancing therapies, we have a lot of different ones, right? And as far as you know, your regular sildenafil, tadalafil, which is like Viagra, Cialis type deal, and then you have like ones like, you know, like Trimix, which are like injectable that you can inject if you're a male, and then you have like PT-141, which is injectable for a female and a male. So it really depends on what you're really going for. Now we're talking about an oral or sublingual with the sildenafil and tadalafil, and at that point, that can create vasodilation and increase blood flow and all these different things. So at that point, like that's a really good.
There's also a fast acting and a long acting, right?
Yeah, well, they both work fast acting per se, but sildenafil is more of like the one where it doesn't take much, right? You can blow the wind, thought, whatever, you can get an erection. Tadalafil is more of like we're in the moment, but it works in 45 minutes, just like everyone does. So when you take them both, you're gonna be like that. Some people work better off tadalafil than sildenafil because sildenafil can cause headaches or congestion, like stuffy nose. Tadalafil doesn't do that. Tadalafil's got a couple other benefits, like BHRT, like BPH, excuse me. So at that point, like, you know, prostate issues and all that, that can be taken a daily dose. Plus, it can be taken like erections for a daily dose too as well. So, you know, you get a lot of benefit from both. We make one called the Ultraman that has both of them.
Really?
Yeah. Now that's the ultimate. We have this other one that has another ingredient in it that basically will hit the dopamine receptors. So it's pure reward too while you're having the erection and you're having fun. So super cool, just super cool. I mean, all the way around. The best thing I would do though is, because everybody's different, is call or text 727-389-3220. Talk to the staff and they'll help you out and find the best one for you.
Okay, there was one up there about cravings.
Okay.
It's
You
called
fix hunger?
Yes.
If you could fix hunger, cravings, or energy, which ones matter most?
I think we were talking about the different
Yeah.
GLPs.
Yeah. Hunger, cravings. Cravings, right? I don't know. Some people could be hungry. Some people could be cravings. Some people could be energy. Some people could be all
Some
three.
people could be bored.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what
Right?
Yeah, they could be bored. Also, it just really depends on the person. All right. What peptide would you try first? Fat loss, sleep, healing, or anti-aging? If I had to pick one peptide for all three of those, I'd pick testosterone. Testosterone is going to attack visceral body fat, raise cortisol levels, help recovery, help with sleep. help with anti-aging and healing too as well. So that's a really, really good one of it.
Like that question right there, what peptide would you try first? Fat, sleep, healing. That's
Yeah.
I want everything.
Yeah.
What do you got that does everything?
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
I mean, if I really, really want to hit this question with all four of those really hard, it would be our Titan Transformation Package, which has MOTS-C, ipamorelin, tesamorelin, AOD. I mean, that one is going to ignite mitochondria. Like, you're going to hear a lot more in the future that people have not been talking about is mitochondria health. And people are like, what the hell is mitochondria? And mitochondria is like the powerhouse of your cells in every cell, right? And as mitochondria starts slowing down, like these things start bursting and start traveling. So mitochondria is so important. And there was a peptide that just got FDA approval, SS31, and that got approved for mitochondrial health. So improving mitochondrial health, one, anti-aging effects like crazy, and then with MOD-C, not only is it igniting mitochondria, but it's turning on the metabolic switch in your body.
Hi everyone, I'm
So,
Shani.
listen, we're working out. We're at this level right now. It's burning. So whether you're sitting down in this chair or you're working out, you're going to start flipping that switch, which is really, really good. And then AOD is the sequence of growth hormone that helps with weight loss. So, I mean, you get a lot of different bang for buck there.
So Carly's got one. Do you think stress or diet destroys hormones more? Well,
I think both.
let's put it this way: diet creates stress.
Diet does create stress.
Diet creates stress.
Diet does create stress.
It depends if you're dieting too much. When I say too much, when you cut your calories too low, right? You create stress. So I think the diet is the key factor here because it increases cortisol.
Yeah, honestly, I think diet's key. Even if the diet's on point, I mean, if it's super, super stressful, that doesn't mean that cortisol can't go up either. So, I mean, listen, there should be a stress reliever somewhere in there. And high stress situations happen all the time to people. But at that point, people need to relieve it one way or the other. Whether it's hit the gym, and I know I do, and probably Jimmy the same way, or you need to talk to somebody, or you need to go fishing, or play some pool, or whatever the hell it is. You need to find that. Meditate, find Jesus, something of that effect.
There's another one. Should perimenopause testing start earlier than age 40?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This should be done in your 30s. I mean, even right now, like they're seeing there's young girls, like in Sharice's one, they have hormone imbalances.
Very young.
Very young, 16. Yeah, hormone imbalances. So hormone imbalance can honestly be at any age, once you start hitting puberty and hormones start growing and things start happening. And we have so many things in our ecosystem today that can destroy or disrupt hormones. And not just food, but skin creams or suntan lotions or some of these different things like clothes that we wear that have dry fit. It's amazing to me,
Deodorant.
And I'm deodorant, and that's another one. I mean, there's a ton of different things out there. So you're fighting an uphill battle, and you got
Those are every day though, right? I mean, if you block all that out, you ain't living.
no.
So you gotta get the close hanging fruit.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
Watch your budget.
Well, I mean,
What's the number one stress?
even so. This
Money.
money's
Money.
Money's a big stress for people. Health will be another stress if you don't have health.
Well, if you don't have money, you're losing your health because you're stressing out so much.
Yeah, I mean, think about this because this is crazy, right? Because the reason we were maybe healthier back in the day and we didn't have some of these things is because we didn't have the advancements that we have today. Yes, but think about microplastics. I don't know if you know this, but they tested. I think it was 100 guys.
Right.
Every single guy had microplastics in their fucking testicles.
Really?
Why there though?
And in their brains. Microplastics. Every one of them. Guys and girls' brains. So they're saying it's because of Tupperware and plastic, things we're eating out of, and leaching. And this is true. And the reason that you get a baby bottle that says BPA free and all this is because it doesn't do that. If you get a medical grade, it doesn't do that. But everything else does. So at that point, that could be thoroughly disrupting hormones and affecting our health in so many negative lights. And we don't see it, right?
I used to eat that something. Plastic Tupperware.
Think about water bottles. You get the real cheap ones. They sit outside in the gas stations, people buy it, and water tastes fine. So, and it starts affecting estrogen levels and everything like that. It really starts affecting hormones.
Yeah,
So
Timmy keeps telling me about
it's crazy, you know.
it. I don't want to hear it.
I know,
I get it.
but at least listen.
It's out there.
You turn a blind eye to it, and you can't say, "Oh, I didn't know." But at that point, if you do know, it's just like McDonald's, right? Like when I was a kid, you go to McDonald's every single time. I remember going to McDonald's with my guy when I stayed with her during town. And my guy was a health freak at that point. And she took me to McDonald's. I said, listen, I just want a Happy Meal. And she goes to, all right, to get the manager. She gets the manager. She comes around. She's like, Greek, what kind of oil is that fried? What is this? What is it? I'm like, Grant, I smell the Happy Meal fries.
I want it to taste like McDonald's.
And and I think of it, and we didn't know what effective McDonald's was. I'm sure that the quality of McDonald's ingredients and products has went down over time, has cheapened. But I mean, we know now. I'm like, I want to eat McDonald's because I know, like, I'm not going to eat that. I might eat something that's not good for me, but I'm probably not going to eat McDonald's. If I do, it might be like one in a 1 year type effect.
What makes a person not eat healthy?
That could be a number of different things. Knowledge, laziness, convenience.
Knowledge. Come on. I will buy it.
Some
You know what not to eat, right?
right, I know.
Don't eat it.
But some people are like, oh, like,
It's
just like excuses. No, well, just hear me out. They're not smart enough, I guess. Where they go into McDonald's like, all right, I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna eat the salad. And put that.
But a salad is in
But I'm gonna
generally
but I'm gonna put the island dressing on it and have the bacon bits. You know what I'm saying? So now it becomes an unhealthy meal.
They don't call it salad. It's more salads.
compared
Any
to
fast food place,
compared to the Big Mac.
compared to the Big Mac.
Is a salad it's healthy,
Absolutely.
right? So it's a decision. Everybody knows what the right decision is.
Yeah.
What makes someone say, this is deep. What makes someone say, nah? That's emotion.
It has to be.
That's emotion.
It has to be. I mean,
That's emotion.
I don't know. I mean,
So I got something with Tammy going on. And I'm going to let everybody know what it is.
you got
So somehow, some way, obviously we got Beauty Fit back and we're,
yeah.
I'm in the driver's seat again.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Get a little stressed, but I'm loving it. I love the stress. We've had a couple good ones with the new products. Things are just clicking, right? And you know what we say? It's pizza night.
There you go. That's good.
But why can't I just eat my chicken and rice? Why can't I just eat my steak that I had home?
Yeah.
Why do we turn around like, hey, it's pizza night?
So bad.
Right. But why can't I eat my food?
You can't.
But you see, it's the emotion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the emotion that makes that decision for us. And I believe it's 100%. The decisions we make about eating is emotional.
Yeah.
And when you diet, it's emotional. You're in it. You're emotionally in it, or you're emotionally out of it.
Yeah.
Not a mental thing.
Yeah.
It's an emotional thing. When you eat good and you know your shit is good and you're looking good, you can fight anything.
It's true. It's true.
Right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
So when your emotions are in it, when your emotions are out of it, what happens?
You can think clearly.
You fall off. your emotions aren't that strong in where it needs to be. So you keep saying, it's okay. Let me eat the pizza because that makes me feel good. See, that's the other emotion, and we get drawn into this. And I believe, yeah, see, that's me right there. And I believe with this whole GLP-1s bringing this full circle, I think it's going to help millions of people.
God, yes.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
right.
And it's all simple people, man. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Because let's just say this: their emotions are here. They start taking the GLPs, right? They start losing a little weight, even if they're eating this,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
So what happens to their emotions? It starts coming this way, and now they know what it feels like over here, and they never want to go back there. It's the mindset is the emotion. Yeah, I see it all the time, man. With the people I coach. You know, I don't do it for competition. I do lifestyle people. I've actually worked with obese people, 300 pounders, 400 pounders, and I get in their heads.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, they gotta be able to. I mean, one commit. They gotta commit.
Yeah.
Just be mentally strong, and then at that point, be in the mindset.
Yeah. Let the mind lead, and let the emotions come after it.
That's right. That's right. It's true. It's definitely true.
Yeah, man.
So for all you people out there looking to really expedite your weight loss goals, get ready for the new year of 2026. I mean, there's not been any other tools like this at your disposal. So at this point, you guys got to take the first step, contact Titan Medical Center.
Are you gonna run any specials or anything?
I'm running specials right now. So at that point, 10% off weight loss, any therapy for weight loss right now. Obviously, New Year's and Christmas are coming, so we'll probably throw some specials in for there. And then listen, you want to be active, right? So I'm working on a new program where you can get a membership to LA Fitness nationwide.
That's gonna be sweet.
For $30.
nice.
$30. If you're a Titan supporter, if you're a Titan patient, you will be able to take advantage of this. So stick and lock it down, lock it in to our social media. So at that point,
It's coming soon.
we announce this. You guys, it's going to be revolutionary. Some of you guys will be able to get free gym memberships to LA Fitness if you're on a certain amount of therapies. So at that point, we'll be able to check, see what's going on, see your check-ins, and if you're doing great there, we might incentivize you even more to want to progress. Just like Jim was talking about earlier. You start seeing the weight come on, you start seeing these changes, motivate you, it puts you even more of a better mindset.
Game changing.
It boosts confidence.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't think we really need to touch on. We're going to touch on it because we're almost to our hour mark. I think this is important. This is scientifically proven, and this is the facts. If you look good, you are more inept to get a higher paying job in a better position. This is crazy. That's why you see all the pretty girls. Because they're going to, you're all right. So you see a lot of pretty girls getting high positions, and it might not be because of qualifications. This can go exactly for guys too as well on that side, because there's guys that like guys, and there's girl bosses that like guys. So it works in both ways. So that could be an effect. But if you're a physical condition, that's something that nobody's going to be able to take from you. And at that point, you can do a lot when you're in great physical condition.
Physical condition shows commitment, discipline. It shows that they got their shit together.
Absolutely.
Even if they don't.
Yeah.
You see what?
Absolutely.
Even if they
Just taking care of themselves, not a bill. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, told you, Jimmy. I did. So I mean, that's really what it is. So I mean, better appearance on the outside, you're going to feel better about yourself. There's more of a confidence. Think about when you get a haircut. A nice clean cut. Now you always feel like $1 million walking in. Brand new suit, right? Brand new shoes, right? You always feel like $1 million when you put on brand new shoes first day. Like, oh man. So that's how you want to feel all the time. You can do.
It's not hard.
You can do this.
It's not hard. It's not. Once you get into that rhythm You know what? You know, people come out and they say, "I like to lose 30 pounds." Let's lose 5 first.
Yeah. That's
Because they see this big mountain,
right.
they're like, "I'll never be able to lose 30 pounds because, you know." And let's do 5 first. Let's lose another 5. Let's lose another 5. Next thing you know, you're down 30.
That's how you go.
Micro steps.
I mean, even if you've got a big, long laundry list of things you got to do,
One at a time.
one at a time. If you look at it, you're like, you're overwhelmed. But man, I'm not looking at this all the time today. One at a time. One at a time. Knock it out. Bam, bam, bam. So, you know, if anybody is out there, wants weight loss, contact us, 727-389-3220. And I think this is another great episode.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think it was good.
Titans Edge, involved with John and Jimmy.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. And for those of you going to watch it later, we appreciate you. Again, you know, as you guys are watching this, and if it's not live, it's on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Write your questions underneath, and we'll get to them. You know, we might not get to all of them, but you know, let us know what you're thinking, what's on your mind, any questions you have. We're here. We're here to help, and we're here to educate and always have fun.
That's always have fun. That's the name of the game. So we'll be back next week too. And like Jimmy said, this will be a podcast. You guys go listen to it. Or if you guys are catching our lives, tune in every Wednesday around 1 o'clock, 1:08, I think today or something like that. And me and Jimmy will be chopping it up, talking about great topics, fitness, nutrition, trends, anything that's relevant.
Did you say trend? Trends.
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 Not trend, but trends and everything along with it. Because you know, there's so much to talk about.
That's it.
To cover.
We're here.
At that point, we're here for you guys.
Between John and I, we've seen. I'm not saying we've seen it all,
We've seen a
but
lot.
we've seen a lot.
A lot. Wealth of knowledge, wealth of experience, you know, a whole bunch of good memories.
Fuck ups,
There's definitely fuck ups for sure.
successes, all that.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here, and we learn every day. We learn off each other as well.
That's right. Absolutely. So we'll see you guys next week.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, guys.